First, standing up to Stellantis.
It will affect every one of us down the line if we do not stand up and take action.
UAW members sending a strong message weeks after the automaker announced plans to eliminate a shift at its Warren truck plant.
If they can put it somewhere else, they can put it in Warren truck. We're ready. The workers are ready.
The rally today and what could happen next.
And those workers raising their voices right now over layoffs looming at a Metro Detroit assembly plant. The UAW local hall at Warren Truck Assembly calling on Stellantis to protect their jobs. Thank you for joining us. I'm Glenda Lewis.
And I'm Simon Shakett. The rally comes on the heels of a recent announcement by the automaker that it plans to eliminate the second shift at Warren Truck. 7 News Detroit reporter Darren Cunningham live in Warren, where people are sounding off with their concerns about how it could impact their future. Darren?
Yes, Simon, Glenda, good afternoon to you. The crowd has come and gone. The rally lasted about 40 minutes with the UAW President Shawn Fain exiting the stage about an hour ago. I'll say up until about a minute ago, he was right behind us here talking to folks who are still milling about, chatting, taking pictures and whatnot. But he is demanding that Stellantis not lay off any workers at the Warren Truck plant.
Well, this is one enemy right here. It's corporate greed, and it's a terrible CEO that has no business running this company.
That's right. In an effort to boost morale, UAW President Shawn Fain addresses Stellantis Warren Truck plant employees who are accustomed to having 2 shifts at the plant. But Stellantis plans to cut 1 shift as the automaker prepares to stop producing the classic Ram truck. I spoke with UAW Local 140 President Eric Graham.
With the cut in production, 1,500 people are facing an indefinite layoff. So spirits are low.
Among those low spirits, Lori Naylor, who works in the chassis department at the plant. She says she's worried for the younger workers with less seniority on her team, dealing with a feeling of uncertainty.
Absolute, utter fear. Are they going to be able to support their families? Are they going to be able to buy groceries and put gas in their cars?
Nearly a year ago, she says she did not support ratifying the agreement with Stellantis. She felt it didn't go far enough.
Yes, I was excited about the raises. I was excited about certain things. But when it came to the allocation of money in each one of these plants and seeing the product allocation in each one of these plants, that made me nervous. I personally voted no. I did not vote yes on that contract.
At that time, was there any indication that we would be seeing what we're seeing now?
Well, I think the companies had indicated that there would be consequences to an agreement that had high labor costs, and that they were in the process of having to make difficult choices going ahead in the transition to EVs.
Merrick Masters, Wayne State University business professor emeritus, says it is not surprising Stellantis is deciding to lay off and delaying the reopening of the Belvidere plant as promised, given the automaker's disappointing sales performance this year.
We have people in this building that are willing to work, ready to work, and they just want to work. Just like the news shows all the time, Stellantis is making investments, billion-dollar investments. They're investing in Argentina. They're investing in Egypt. People at Warren Truck want more investment there. We want another vehicle at Warren Truck.
And we are back out here at the UAW Local 140 where this rally took place. Workers, including Shawn Fain, the UAW president, they called out the CEO, Carlos Tavares, for his 56% compensation or pay raise in 2023 to $40 million. Now, several hours ago, ahead of the rally, I did reach out to Stellantis for comment. As of news time, I have not heard back. Live in Warren, Darren Cunningham, 7 News Detroit.
All right, Darren, thank you for the update from out there.